Welcome to the Pantry Project. I'm Ruth, your host.
Oh, Ruth went down to Granbury, Texas, looking for a hot plate fire. She set up shop near the Clock Tower Square, right where the folks admire. She's taking the goods from the Hood County pantries, every bag and can, cooking up scratch-built down-home meals, the best in all the land. So tune in every single week for new recipes, tips and tricks. Ruth in the kitchen, now let's get cooking.
So let's get cooking. Welcome to the Pantry Project. I'm Ruth, your host, and I'm here to share with you a delicious recipe that is fast, easy, something you can make any day of the week for your family, and I guarantee they're gonna love it. Are you ready? Let's get cooking. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is brown up some ground beef. I have a pound here of ground beef. I'm just gonna put it in the pan. And the fun thing is this is the only thing that we have to cook beforehand. Prep. Everything else is dump and go. We're gonna just put it all together and then let it cook in the oven for a little while. And when it's all ready, it's gonna be delicious and everybody's gonna be wondering, when is dinner? Can we eat? When my kids were little, this was one of my absolute go-to recipes because it was so easy. But most important because everybody loved it. And it's homemade because look at me, I'm making it at home, right? Right in my kitchen. It's not carry out. It's really inexpensive, which was always really important for our family. Feeding three very hungry, very energetic boys in our house. Always created a challenge, but they ate good because I learned how to make things that were delicious and lasted a long, spread out. Everybody could have as much as they wanted, and then just the best. And so I'm grounding this pound of ground beef. Now, one thing that I do like to do is when I get all my food, when I come home with it from the store or whether you're getting it from a local pantry, I like to cook all my ground beef at one time. Then I'm only having to do it once. And that makes it so much faster for the rest of the week when I'm putting together some meals. So I'm just going to let that cook for a minute. And I'm going to start putting this together. So we have a 9x13 pan. And the first ingredient we're going to put in is 8 ounces of spaghetti noodles. We're going to break them up. You can break them in half. You can break them in thirds. You can break them in even smaller bites. And just spread them around. And then we're going to add 1 jar, oops, wrong one, 1 can of diced tomatoes. And you want to keep the liquid in it and everything. And we're just going to add those. I like to spread it around so everything's kind of even around the pan, but you don't have to be perfect with it. And then we're going to add our marinara, or if you just have tomato sauce, that works too. This is a jar of marinara. We're going to add that in here. And just add and then spread it around. There we go. And then we're going to add some seasonings. I have some salt and pepper. I have some garlic powder. Oop, let's give this a little toss while it's cooking and we're putting this together. All right, there we go. All right, so salt, pepper, garlic powder, and a little Italian seasoning. But in my house, whatever you have, that works too. If there's things that you don't particularly care for, then don't put them in there. But in our house, we like garlic, so I tend to put a little extra garlic in, regardless of what I'm cooking. All right. So the next thing I want to do is add my ground beef. So I'm just going to finish it up here. It's just about done. I'm cooking up nice and quick. All right. And then we're just going to put this right on top. And just spread it around, even the little bit of fat, because that's where the flavor is, right there in the fat. And I don't mind that. But if you want to drain it, you can. You can just take a little paper towel and stick it in and help it soak up the fat before you add it. And we're going to spread it around. Kind of mix it up a little bit. All right. The next thing we're going to add is 1 cup of mozzarella cheese. And we're just going to sprinkle that around. Oh, it already smells delicious. Okay. And then the last thing we have here for before we put it in the oven is 2 cups of beef broth. And we're just going to spread that over. This is what's going to help the noodles cook. All right. And then we're going to, and that's it. And we're going to cover it with tin foil. We're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for 50 minutes. After the 50 minutes, we're going to take it out. We're going to take our last cup of mozzarella cheese, sprinkle it on top, then put about a half a cup of parmesan cheese, sprinkle it on top, put it back in the oven without the cover for about 5 minutes just to let that cheese melt, and then it's all ready to go. And everybody is going to be ready and waiting because it's going to smell so delicious. All right, so I'm just going to cover it up so I can put it in the oven. And then when it's ready, we'll show you what it looks like. How easy was that? That was just a few minutes, even having to cook the ground beef. Had I had the ground beef already cooked, I could have had this together in about 37 seconds, don't you think? All right, we'll see you on the other side. And just like that, we're all out of the oven and ready to eat. And I can tell you how amazing it smells. Yum, yum. Your family's going to love it. And just in time, we have deAnna here from the United Way. She's going to try our recipe with us. But first, we're going to learn all about deAnna and the United Way and why we're here for the Pantry Project. First, let's get an apron on you. We don't want anything to spill on your pretty dress. There we go.
This looks delicious, Ruth. You've done an excellent job.
Thank you. And it was, you know, about $3 a serving or less, depending upon how many people you're feeding.
And what would be the average of a pan that size? How many people would that feed?
Oh, I would say this could easily feed 6 to 8 people, for sure. Yeah.
So what would you like to know about United Way?
So tell us what your position is with the United Way and why the Pantry Project came about. Okay. What our goal is here.
That's quite a story, actually. My current position is interim executive director, but I wear many hats. Just depends on what the need is as to what I'm doing. I may be building a room. Actually, right. Eric built the room for us, but we may be doing that, or we may be unclogging the toilet. It just depends on what needs to be done. The Pantry Project came into play because when we talk to the people that we visit with, they're like, I don't know what to do with that stuff. Like, what's a rhubarb? And I'm like, well, I don't know. We could Google it. How do you cook it? You know, and so we wanted to be able to bring it to them, and so that they can experience the reality of being able to use those items and feed their families.
That's a wonderful idea and a wonderful project. Yes. I'm so excited to be part of it. Are we ready to
We are ready, absolutely. Yes, it looks delicious.
All right, well, we have some leftover 4th of July plates and we never want to throw anything away. So we're gonna just dig right in. And it's, yum, yum. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right. And this is something that will freeze really easy if you want to save some for another day, but not right away. Or you can make some fun things with it. Maybe fill a pita pocket with it and toast it. Put a little extra cheese on it. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All kinds of things, but it's delicious all by itself, and I think everybody's gonna love it. So let's see how it is.
It's very cheesy.
Yes, indeed. I love cheese.
Yes. It's very good.
My family always loves this kind of a meal.
Yes. How many ingredients are in here?
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4,
4.
5, 6, about 6. Yeah.
It's very good.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Oh, well, thank you. And thank you for joining
Absolutely,
me today.
anytime.
We are super excited to share so many more recipes at the Pantry Project. So stay tuned for the next episode
Tune in every
of
single week
Cooking
for
with
new
Ruth.
recipes, tips and tricks. Ruth in the kitchen, now let's get cooking.
So let's get cooking.